In today's video, I'm going to show you a quicker way to knit a pointelle stitch, and I will also show you one small adjustment that you can make for it to resemble a honeycomb cable. Thank you so much to my patrons for supporting my channel and making these videos possible. If you wish to see a few other stitches that are similar to this one, I will make sure to link my Patreon down below. For this demonstration, I have 40 stitches in work. Each repeat of this stitch is over 20 stitches, and you can see that I already transferred one stitch on either side of those 20 stitches. I'm going to leave those needles out of work to create a ladder. This can serve as a border to the design, and if you are doing multiple repeats, this can also help you visualize things a little bit better. I will identify the two needles in the very center, and using my 3-prong tool, I'm going to transfer the 3 stitches to the right of these needles. Altogether, 3 stitches to the right. Once completing this transfer, I've emptied 3 needles, and the 3 needles on the right will all receive a second stitch. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'll grab the 3 stitches on the left of those 2 center needles and transfer them again all together over 3 stitches to the left. Before knitting the next row, I'm going to bring 2 of these empty needles in work, the closest to the 2 center needles. I'm going to knit 1 row, and both of these needles have a float on them. They don't have a full stitch yet. It will be completed on the next row, but before knitting the next row, I'm going to bring 1 more needle in work on either side. We'll knit 1 more row. I will bring the last 2 empty needles in work and we'll knit 1 more row. I'm going to continue with another transfer just like I did before, but this time we're moving 3 stitches to the right and to the left of the previous transfer that we've done. And here you have a couple of options how you look at this. We can either look at the last needle that just has the float on it. This was the last needle that we brought in work before, and we will grab the 3 stitches to the right of that, or you can count stitches from the other side. We will count 3 stitches from where the ladder is, so it's up to you, whichever feels easier for you and makes more sense. We're going to grab those 3 stitches and transfer them all together over 3 to the right. We will do the same on the other side. So here is that needle that we last brought in work and that float. And I'm going to grab the 3 stitches to the left of that. And here again, we're going to transfer them all together over 3 to the left. And from here, we will continue bringing needles in work, just like we did before, on either side of the needles that we brought in work before. And this way, we are kind of continuing that line of eyelets. And we will knit 1 row in between. If you want to do multiple repeats, ideally you would want to knit a few more rows here. Let's say we could knit an additional 4 rows. Or more rows, it's up to you. You can try different options and see whichever you prefer. I think below I knitted 6 actually. And now you can do another repeat just like that. I like to bring the needles all the way out as I complete that transfer. This way I'm ensuring that when I'm knitting that first row, after transferring, I don't have any accidents. So this is the first option that you have. Here is another sample in the exact same stitch. For this one, I used a merino wool, and for the sample that I'm demonstrating here, I'm using a cotton synthetic blend. Ideally, when creating stitches like this, you want to use a yarn that has a little bit more stretch in it, such a wool or a blend. Cotton can work and it could be easy to knit in cotton, but sometimes because the yarn doesn't have any give, it might be a little bit more difficult to do these transfers. And looking at this, it's quite obvious where those transfers are, those two transfers there. I personally like how this looks. It creates a little bit of texture, but you might not like this. And I'll show you in a minute an option that you have if you do not want to see those transfers so obviously. Here is another sample. For this one, I have a cable in the middle, which I think looks really lovely. And I transferred towards that cable. So if you imagine, here I had another ladder and the cable was here. So I transferred towards that cable. Here is the other version of this stitch. If you do not want to see the transfer so obviously, basically what happens is the stitches that we are transferring, they're coming to the front, and that creates a little bit more movement in the sample. And this is how we achieve that honeycomb look. To create this version of the stitch, the transfers are done in a very similar way, but they're just a two-step transfer, which means that we will grab the same 3 stitches that we transferred before, but we are also grabbing the 3 stitches from the needles that will receive those stitches. So we will pick up all those 6 stitches on our tools, and we will do that transfer just like we did before, but we are kind of keeping the stitches that were on those needles out of the way. So we are holding those out of the way. We are doing the transfer in the same exact way over 3 to the right here. And we will just place those 3 stitches back onto their needles. And this way, the 3 stitches that we transferred come to the front. And this is how we achieve that look in that sample. We will do the same on the other side. I'm going to grab the 3 stitches to the left of 2 center needles and the next 3. And again, we are kind of holding them out of the way. We are doing that transfer over 3 stitches to the left here. And then we are just placing those 3 stitches back onto their needles. After this, we are going to place needles in work in the same way as we did before. You can also pull those needles all the way out, and we will knit 1 row. We'll bring more needles in work, knit 1 row. And lastly, 1 more row. And just like before, we're going to do the transfer first. We're going to keep those stitches out of the way. And then we're going to place them back onto their needles. We'll do the same on the other side. And here at the end, we will be knitting a few extra rows. Let's knit again 6 rows. And you can see that we've just done half of this. We transferred away from the center. And in order to create this honeycomb effect, we have to do the transfers towards the center as well. And it's super simple. All we have to do is to transfer in the other direction. We're going to begin here right next to the ladder. I'm going to pick up the first 6 stitches. And we're going to do again a 2-step transfer. So we're going to transfer this way. And we'll do the same on the other side. Here I'm transferring to the right first. So here's our ladder, and this was the first needle that was in work. I'm making sure that the ladder stays where it was, so I still have 1 empty needle here that stays out of work. So these are the 2 needles that we are bringing back in work. We'll knit 1 row. We're going to continue bringing one more needle in work on either side. And now we will continue with another transfer. Here we're going to look again at the float that was formed by the last needle we brought in work, which is this one here. And we're going to grab the next 6 stitches on the left side here. And we're going to do again a 2-step transfer. These are the first stitches that we're going to transfer because we want them to come to the front again. We'll do the same on the other side. Just like before, we're going to continue bringing one needle in work at a time, and we'll knit 1 row in between. And here at the end, we will knit some extra rows. And this was 1 repeat of the pattern. I have here 2 samples. This one is knitted in a cotton, this one is knitted in merino wool. You can see that here you have options on how you can play with this stitch and with the direction of the transfers and how many times you repeat that. For example, here you can see that I went out, in, and then I went again in, which I could do again. By playing with these repeats and the direction of the transfer, you can create some really interesting fabrics. So I hope you feel inspired to give this a try. I prefer the sample knitted in a wool. Cotton is not my favorite for this stitch. Maybe just this particular cotton is not really that nice, but some of your yarns could look a little bit nicer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stitch. Let me know which one is your favorite and if you will give it a try. As always, if you do, make sure to tag me on my Instagram as I would love to see.